Live on Stream It Sports and PSD Channel 10, it's Poudre School District High School Volleyball. This broadcast is brought to you by Schrader Oil, your local fuel company. By University of Colorado Health, we improve lives from healthcare to health. By Pedersen Toyota, everything cars made easy. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in northern Colorado. And now for the play-by-play, here's Marty Cesario and Samantha Peters.
Hello and welcome to Fossil Ridge High School. Samantha Peters here with Phil Mildren, bringing you this volleyball match tonight between the Fossil Ridge Sabercats and the Greeley West Spartans. Girls are just finishing up their warm-ups here. We're excited to see the 8-3 Sabercats against the 3-10 Spartans. Phil, you were throwing some numbers at me. We're actually looking at a Sabercats team that is similar to the team they had last year.
Similar to last year is actually 2013, so 2 years ago. They were probably the best season that they've ever had for Fossil Ridge. They were 25-2. Right now, obviously, they have an 8-3 record, so just one loss more in that. But at 25-2, they were sitting at an average of 10.5 kills per set. Right now, they're sitting at 97 total blocks per game, and that's not including any of the stats from this last Tuesday, which was a really big showing from them once again, and averaging 2.3 blocks per set on it there. So definitely a look at 2013 looking very similar to what we have right now.
Those are some impressive numbers, and hopefully we'll get to see some of that showing from the Sabercats tonight, as well as great competition from the Spartans. We are warming up here and getting ready to go into the national anthem, so we'll go ahead and take a quick break and be right back to start this match.
Thanks to First Bank and Apple Pay, I can easily buy stuff using my phone. Thanks to my driverless car, I can't figure out how to change this song.
Apple Pay, now at First Bank.
To our clearance event with 0% APR financing on the Tundra.
We're going to use it to tow our boat.
I'm going to tow my boat and my ATVs.
We're going to tow our boat, ATVs, and horses.
We don't have horses.
Yeah, we do. In this story.
I like that story.
At our annual clearance event, get great deals on tough Toyota trucks, like 0% APR financing for 48 months on a new 2015 Tundra. For more great deals, visit Toyota.com.
Let the towing begin.
Toyota, let's go places.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
I am UC Health.
I am UC Health.
I'm Matt, and I am UC Health. I've got 2 boys and I've got a girl, and I think they see me as someone who, fixes broken hearts mainly and gets people back out there. My daughter, who's 9 months, she'll understand someday that I try to help people, and I think they take pride in that.
Our roots run deep at the University of Colorado Health. Share your roots at imuchealth.org.
Beautiful national anthem here in the gym of Fossil Ridge High School. Now, before we begin, we will have the starting lineups as well as the rest of the players. Over on the right side of your court, we have the Spartans. Number 2, Delaney McPhee. Number 4, Kaylee Roth. Number 5, Raquel Dennis. Number 6, Marissa Hernandez, the senior. Number 7, Marcela Reyes-Martinez. Number 8, Allie Wakinen. Number 9, Angela Pearson. Number 10, Ashton Agan. Number 11, Kaylee Lordman. Number 12, Ryan Madeira. And number 16, Hannah Emerson. We also have some swinging players coming up from JV being announced right now. Now we'll go over to the side of the Sabercats, who love to throw some candy into the stands. Hopefully the girls aren't eating those before the match.
I'm sure they know better than that. Coach has probably got an eye on them.
Hopefully. We have number 1, Charlie Durbin. Number 2, the junior, Lauren Rice. Number 3, Kyle Metzer, swinging up from JV. Number 4, Reagan Warner. Number 5, Bryn Montgomery. Number 6, Riley Zune. Number 9, Gwen Drop. Number 10, Matea Megson. Number 11, the sophomore, Tyler Lindgren. Number 13, Erica Wiley, who is swinging up from JV as well. Number 14, Elizabeth Stocker. Number 15, Lindsay Stevens. And number 16, Katie Semedini.
So we did have a recent matchup just 2 days ago here on Stream It Sports. We had our broadcast of Fossil Ridge facing Horizon. And that was the first look that we've had here for Stream It Sports, a chance to be able to look at the Fossil Ridge team. It's the first game that we've had of the season. So with that first eye test, there's a lot of stats that we talked about with kills per set and the blocks, but you had an actual eye test. And so what were some things that really stood up to you in that game?
I was very impressed with how the Sabercats performed on Tuesday. They had lost a couple of great seniors from their class last year, but they still pretty much dominated over those Horizon Hawks. And they have a lot of freshmen playing a big part. We had Riley Zune, who is only a freshman, but she's a tall freshman, standing at 6'5". Some great swings, nice blocks. Another freshman who made an impact was Matea Megson, who actually plays on Riley's club team, so they've been together for a while, as well as Katie Semedini. All great young players, as well as some of their older leaders and the juniors for the most part. Only one senior on that Sabercats team, but they did a nice job on Tuesday, and we'll see if that translates over to tonight. With that first serve from number 4, Reagan Warner. Beautiful swing from the Sabercats, and that's a kill. First point goes to the left side of your screen. Reagan Warner made a nice run at the beginning of 2 sets on Tuesday, at least 5 points apiece. And now, of course, I jinxed her. That serve sails just wide, and point will go over to the Spartans. Looks like we need to put our ball girls to work back there.
Yeah.
Number 9 back to serve, Angela Pearson. I'm sorry, excuse me, number 5, Raquel Dennis. And there's that tall 6'5", Riley Zune with the kill. Back to serve now for the Sabercats, number 2, Lauren Rice, the libero. Nice setup by Warner over to Semedini, and that is in for the kill.
Well, and you can already see right there is for Greeley West, their blockers, it's going to be difficult for them to not just be in a position to block, but to be able to get up high enough. It already looks like she can hit over their hands.
She can, and that was Semedini. We've mentioned Zune's high attacking point, but Semedini is standing over 6 foot as well, which definitely towers over the Spartan block. Another service error for the Sabercats. Serve over to the Spartans. Number 12 back to serve, Ryan Madera. Serve back to Warner, who we don't typically see in the passing lanes because she is a setter. Nice swing out there by number 6, Marissa Hernandez, the senior. Keeping it alive. This is a nice rally. And busting through that tall block, number 8, Ali Wakinen. So we have mentioned the height over for the Sabercats, but they're also young, so they'll have to learn that hand positioning and develop as time goes on. All in the right spot, but need a little strength behind that block.
Is some of it positioning, but also timing for that jump?
It is, and depending on the team you're playing, you have to time it a little differently on every swing, Phil. Another swing from Semideni. Libero picking it up over there for the Sabercats. McPhee just a little bit too tight on that set. Point will go to the Sabercats. Subbing in for the Sabercats, number 14, Elizabeth Stodaker, excuse me. Gwyn Drop will sit on the bench. Back to serve, Zune. Again, that high contact point, hard to track the serve, but the Spartans keep it alive, sent over by Hernandez. Swing from Stodaker, great up from McPhee. Almost a little miscommunication for the Sabercats, and just wide from number 11, Lindgren.
It almost looked like on that there were too many options.
There were.
It was like I could go here, and that moment of split second decision.
And sometimes we do see that miscommunication when the setter has to dig that first ball. But so far, the Sabercats have been controlling it quite well. Not quite the connection they wanted over there with Dennis to Emerson. Emerson played a big role on this Greeley West team last season, and hopefully we'll see great things from her this year. Definitely bringing that height up for Greeley West. Lindgren putting the Spartans out of system, and the point will go to the Sabercats. Phil, something you did miss on Tuesday was a great serving team out of the Sabercats. They did a nice job back there. Nice swing from Emerson, picked up by Rice, sent over deep by Semideni. Oh, almost. Nice cover by McPhee back there, but not quite enough to keep that ball alive. Point over to the Sabercats.
Now, with the serves, were you noticing that it was with the number of aces that they were getting? Is it position? Is it placement of the ball on those serves?
It is both placement and the velocity behind most of those serves. A lot of the Sabercats are jump serving, so they can get a little more power behind them. Great swing there by Bryn Montgomery down the right sideline. And back to the serving comment, they are able to place those balls. A couple short serves, a couple deep serves, and it really keeps the opponent on their toes.
It's hard when you're placed off balance, even just that little bit.
And you can see that even though these aren't aces, nice swing over there by Madeira, even though these serves aren't aces, they're definitely putting the Spartans out of system, which makes it harder for them to set their hitters.
Yeah, when you're doing a pass from that back line, that's a difficult place to be able to set up your hit from there.
Yes, so if any of the passes go behind about that 10-foot line you see there at the front of the court, it's challenging for the setter to put up an extremely hittable ball. Another service error, that was number 9, Angela Pearson. Serves back over to the side of the Sabercats. Semideni back to serve. Great swing there by Megson, another one of the freshmen for the Sabercats. And a smart shot by number 6, Hernandez, a senior for the Spartans. Hernandez is another player we saw a lot of nice things out of last season. And this year, being a senior, she's going to bring even more leadership for Greeley West.
One thing to note, Greeley West, although right now sitting at 3-10 record, their most one of the more recent wins was against Horizon, who Fossil Ridge just played on Tuesday. So they have had at least one opponent that they've matched up against.
Similar,
and been able
yes.
to. And I'm sure that at this point right now they're looking at it 10-7. That's got to be really encouraging for Greeley West to say, look, hey, let's let's discount the records. Let's just play volleyball.
Exactly. They're hanging with this team that has had some great wins under their belt, and so they know they can't count themselves out yet. Nice rally here. Big swings from both sides, and Zune busts through that block. As you mentioned, we're sitting at 11-7 here. Not too big of a spread. Definitely in the grasps of the Spartans. Great serve back there from number 9, Gwyn Drop, the sole senior for the Sabercats.
Just a little too tight to the net on.
It is, and when that ball is too tight, it's very hard to control. Nice touch back there by Lauren Rice, keeping the ball alive. We're seeing great defense from both teams, and that could be something that the Sabercats aren't used to after their play on Tuesday. And actually, Zune called in the net on that ball. Point will go to the Spartans. But on Tuesday, the Sabercats didn't exactly get a good warm-up for the Spartans game, not playing some of the most outstanding defense in the front range. Little bit of you go, I go there between Lindgren and Megason. And now we're to a 3-point spread, 12-9. Emerson back to serve and just in the net. Ball will go back over to the Sabercats serving line. Subbing in Lindsay Stevens in the front row and Reagan Warner to serve in the back row.
Do want to thank our viewers. We were delayed in starting the broadcast. We're not sure exactly the reason behind it, but Greeley West, the team was about half an hour or so arriving for their JV team. Started about 30 minutes after they normally do, so we were delayed on the start of the broadcast. So thank you all for sticking around, staying for this game.
Hopefully you're sticking around for a great match. So far it is. Timeout called over on the Spartan side, and we will take a break as well.
All right, thank you for joining us back on this break. We do want to thank a couple of our sponsors. Of course, First Bank. We've got UC Health, Pedersen Toyota, and Schrader Oil, all playing a huge role in making these games possible. So thank you for their sponsorship and, of course, their support. Reciprocate that. Support them and the business that they've provided for us.
Some great companies there in the community. Reagan Warner back to serve again for the Sabercats. Started out of the timeout with an ace. Now back in system to the big middle and just missed. You could see Zune wanted a piece of that one. Ball will go back over to the Spartans. Back to serve number 5, Raquel Dennis.
Anybody that's ever played volleyball before, when you're in the middle of the air, you have a video in your mind of exactly what that play is going to look like, and
sometimes that video doesn't play out.
And you're so excited, you're so eager, and then it's like, no, how did I miss that?
You could see Zune wanted it bad too. There was Stevens with the swing just out. Nice communication over on the Spartan side. And now we're within 4, 16-12 Sabercats. Again, making Dennis run after her own ball. Out of breath to serve. I think it's a little bit of a disadvantage. Ball's up by Stevens, right back to her to take a swing. Trickles over the net. Stevens with the kill. We were talking about Stevens earlier. She's one of those players that you don't necessarily see and start trembling, but she had the most kills on Tuesday night for the Sabercats. She does a nice job of knowing when to take big swings, knowing when to make smart shots, and scoring a lot of points. And that point will go over to the Sabercats. Spartans called in the net. Lauren Rice back to serve.
Do you think that part of that we were talking earlier about the possibility of position being in the best place to be able to get those kills? Do you think part of it can also be a focus? Teams are looking at specific players and saying we've got to stop. We've got to stop soon. We've got
without a doubt
with them going and having that focus, and sometimes being out of position because they're leaning in a way their defense towards those places on the court.
It absolutely can be, and depending on what level you're at, you can even have blockers shift towards a certain player because they are the primary offensive threat on the other side of the court, or you can have your defense shift a certain way. And so it's just the back and forth there of play calling and defensive setups, similar to football in a sense. It's not simply go to the same spot, do the same thing every time.
Right, and that's not to take anything away from the performance that she's
she's right,
having.
Yes. She's still done an excellent job.
If there's
serve back there to drop.
Oh, dear.
Nice serve.
Quick hello at the scorer's table over there.
Right. Everyone awake over there in the stands?
Thankfully, they're not like at one of the Nuggets games or something. You've got popcorn all over the place.
Just spilling into the stands. Semideni just sending it over, and it's going to count as a point. Madera couldn't quite run that down after her nice service run.
There's been one thing I've noticed so far, even though there's been a few long serves, for the majority, both teams have done a really good job of placement and putting the serves in play.
They have. That's a great observation, Phil. There's no fluff serves, really, not a lot of perfect passes, and not a lot of misses either. And that's the kind of aggressive serving coaches love to see.
Well, and you're also seeing that in the tempo of the points here. I mean, it's really kind of point. The serves have dictated even the pace of play after that serve.
It's very quick. Lots of aces here tonight on both sides of the court. And even if there isn't an ace, we're going bump set kill. Here another timeout for the Spartans, and we will be back. Back here at Fossil Ridge, scores 21-15 Sabercats, with Zune back serving for the Sabercats as we get close to the end of this first set. Again, that shot over there from Hernandez, and she scores. That's multiple times tonight. She has scored on that shot. We'll have to see if the Sabercats and Coach Shimmick decide to make a little bit of a shift so that she can't keep picking on them in that short zone.
Would that be a position for the back D?
It could be. So the shot that Hernandez is taking is right over that block. So Shimmick could either have his setter shift up like Werner was doing a little bit there, or have his outside blocker who's playing off blocker defense come in a little bit tighter, knowing that she likes that spot. But that one was sent back over to Hernandez with the block from the Sabercats. Lindgren back to serve at 22-16 for the Sabercats. Nice aggressive serve. Spartans keeping it alive. Ball from Zune up to Lindgren. Number 14 back there with this swing. And Stadaker just long, but we get a touch off of it. And Sabercats get the point.
In case the audience is wondering, that slight breeze that you're hearing in the background of the audio is the Spirit Squad cheering on with their pom-poms there.
They have some nice pink pom-poms back there too for breast cancer awareness, which is nice. So good job to the cheerleaders for the Sabercats.
And we're always thankful for any of the cheerleaders, any of the Spirit Squads coming out for each of the teams, not just specific, not just football, not just basketball, coming out and supporting all of the teams.
And we love seeing the student section as well. Lots of fellow classmates here for the Sabercats cheering on their girls. We are at set point here for the Sabercats, 24-17. Montgomery with this swing. Nice pickup over there from McPhee, but couldn't quite save it. First set will go to the Sabercats. Great defense on both teams, a nice fight. We will go into the next set 1-0 for the Sabercats.
The first glance feature shows account information with just a swipe, making it easy to keep track of my balance. And I like keeping track of things.
Check your balance with just a swipe on the First Bank mobile app.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
I am UC Health.
I am UC Health.
I'm Matt, and I am UC Health. I've got two boys, and I've got a girl, and I think they see me as someone who, fixes broken hearts mainly and gets people back out there. My daughter, who's 9 months, she'll understand someday that I try to help people, and I think they take pride in that.
Our roots run deep at the University of Colorado Health. Share your roots at imuchealth.org.
Back here at Fossil Ridge High School in beautiful Fort Collins, Colorado. Ready to head into the second set of tonight's match. Sabercats up 1-0. You can see they switch sides. You have your Sabercats in the white long sleeves on the right side of your screen, and your Spartans in the light blue long sleeve, tar heel blue if you will, on the left side of your screen. Looks like a little bit of discussion down there. Down ref checking the lineups. And then we will get going. In the meantime, we'd like to thank our sponsors, UC Health, Pedersen Toyota, First Bank, and Schrader Oil. Getting ready for first serve here over on the side of the Spartans. Number 5 back there to serve. Raquel Dennis. Pushed out to Matea Megson, swinging line and just out. Serves heading long, handled by drop. Another swing from Megson and just long again.
It looked like on that one she was trying to hit off the hands, be able to get a deflection off of the blockers there.
That's exactly what I was going to mention, yes.
And just happened to miss.
Great serve over there. How to send a free ball from the Sabercats. Set out to number 12, Madera, up from Rice. And a trickler over the net from Lindgren. It's always funny when those are the points that score, but a point is a point.
Especially when it's, it's strong hit, trickle.
It's
point.
Oh. I'm sure they'll count it. And another ace for the Sabercats from number 4, Reagan Warner.
And it's always interesting how much that can affect both teams when it's when things are feeling a little out of control. All of a sudden it trickles down, it comes in your favor, you get that feeling motivation. On the other side, a little disheartening. We were playing so well, that was out of our control. There's nothing you can do about that.
Those are the ones you almost just have to laugh off, move on, and get ready for the next point. Another strong serve back there from Moderna. High swing from Zune over the block. Point Sabercats. It's definitely challenging to read that higher swing because we know that Zune is going to be over almost any block she faces this season. So the defense behind her on the floor really has to shift, get a little lower and ready to react to wherever that swing goes.
On
Free ball over.
On that, would they be benefit from jumping a little bit later, being on the rise up?
It
on
could
a block
help. As negative as it sounds, timing really can't help you if someone's jumping higher. But sometimes it will help if that ball's at its downward trajectory and they can cut it off at the net.
Well, I would think that sometimes that can play that change of pace with the block can actually affect the hitter.
It can. And sometimes it's a visual concept where if the hitter doesn't see their block, they start second guessing what's happening, and it can actually lead to more errors.
Well, it's almost like in basketball, somebody's going up for a layup or going in for a shot, and they expect the contact, and it doesn't happen, and they miss. Nobody touches them.
It changes up the speed and the momentum.
Right, you're
exactly
3 feet away from the basket. Nobody touched you. How'd you miss it? And it's like you expected something, and it changed your play.
Precisely. Getting a little bit of a run here for the Sabercats. Number 2 back serving, Lauren Rice. It's interesting to see Rice was jump serving on Tuesday. Now she's standing on the ground. I don't know if they wanted to change the pace on her serve a little bit because she wasn't making a lot of errors on Tuesday. So it's very curious to me why she's not jump serving tonight. Zune up there with the high contact, even though it was an off-speed shot, controlled nicely. And again, it's from such a high point that she can just drop it right over the block.
Now, in beach volleyball, they're going to call that a cut shot. Is it similar to indoor for the same term?
With beach volleyball and grass volleyball, you're technically not allowed to open hand tip. So what Riley Zune just did would be considered illegal. I myself just started playing grass volleyball on beach, and so many of the rules are different. It's almost a completely different game.
Yeah.
Another example is that you can't set a serve. You have to have your hands closed together, and you can kind of throw it up in the air, or you can pass it, but you cannot set the ball with your hands. There's lots of different variations.
And when a ball is coming right at your face, and your reaction isn't to put your hands together.
Exactly. You have to change your instincts almost for the similar game. Again with the tip, smart shot over there from Semideni. point to the Sabercats. It's also interesting to see Coach Schimmick having all of his setters in the passing lanes tonight. Again, that's not a typical role. Usually you'll see the players stacked so that their setters do not have to pass and they're available to go set. But everyone's getting a little experience everywhere. Ace there from the sophomore setter, Tyler Lindgren. Another out-of-system ball for the Spartans, but nice swing from the libero, McPhee. Standing down ball by Montgomery. Still out-of-system, free ball from Hernandez, sent back. Semideni, high swing. This is a fantastic rally. Back out to Hernandez, and just out of bounds. Point for the Sabercats.
And that was an unexpected hit from the back row there.
It was. I was not expecting to see a sophomore libero with one of the heaviest arms on the team.
Like, you need to get that play going a little more often.
Someone put her in the front row. Another serve from Lindgren. Up to Emerson. High swing. Just out of bounds. Got another run going here for the Sabercats. 11-6, and with that, the Spartans will take a timeout, and so will we.
Welcome to our clearance event with 0% APR financing on the Tundra.
We're going to use it to tow our boat.
I'm going to tow my boat and my ATVs.
We're going to tow our boat, ATVs, and horses.
We don't have horses.
Yeah, we do. In this story.
I like that story.
At our annual clearance event, get great deals on tough Toyota trucks, like 0% APR financing for 48 months on a new 2015 Tundra. For more great deals, visit Toyota.com.
Let the towing begin.
Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome back to Fossil Ridge High School. Still lingering here in this timeout. I'm sure Coach Julie Hagemeister is telling her girls, calm down. It's still early in this set. We just have to regroup, make a few less hitting errors, and we're right back in it. Because those Spartans know they're playing great defense. They're hanging with this top team in the front range. There's no reason to count themselves out just yet. And we will start back with the serve for the Sabercats. That just screaming across the net from Lindgren. Nice approach from Hernandez, just couldn't quite get on top of it. Point back for the Sabercats. Something to notice as well, we have our 6'5" middle blocker, Zune, playing back row for the Sabercats, getting a lot of experience. Scramble play, Semidini sending it over. Great placement down the line. Dump from the Spartans, sent back over. Hernandez up with the big swing again. Rice backpedaling to set her hitters, couldn't quite get a swing out of it. This is a great rally here. Emerson up and scores with the tip. And those long rallies, Phil, they get you going, and when you win, your momentum is just up through the roof.
Looks like they did a change to the score. It was 12-5. Looks like they took off a point, added one to Greeley West, so it's 11-7 now. Not sure what took place. I didn't
It does seem like that spread got a little bit closer there. So now we're at a 3-point spread, 11-8. I'm sure Coach Schimmick or Hagemeister would bring it up if they thought the score was wrong. Swing from Montgomery, right over the block there. And one of the challenges of running a 5-1 where your setter plays both front row and back row is a lot of setters are a little bit shorter, which is what we're seeing on the left side of your screen from Greeley West. We have Raquel Dennis up there in the front row, and it's easy for some of those taller hitters to hit right over her. Great up by Lindgren, trying to keep it alive, and Montgomery couldn't quite get in there. Another point over there for the Spartans. Hannah Emerson back to serve. The junior, number 16. Another high contact point, and just a little bit mistiming there by Reyes Martinez. Point will go over to the Sabercats.
And it looks like Emerson taking a quick breather there in substitution.
Right, and typically what we do see is those liberos go back row for the middle blocker position. It always depends, of course. If you have some strong passers that are playing middle, then you're going to leave them in and send that libero in for someone else. High swing there from Ryan Madera, and she gets the touch called. Point for Greeley West.
And it looks like they just added a point to Fossil Ridge. And now it's 14-10 when it was 13-9 just a second ago.
I think the scorers table is just taking this game into their own hands.
So if it's confusing for you watching at home, it is for us here as well. I will continue to adjust the score to match the one that is here at the gym.
Zune up there with the tip. Down it goes on the left side of your screen. Point Sabercats, which apparently brings us to 15-11. We're going to think that's right for now.
Hey, if it changes again, we'll make an adjustment. We're pretty flexible. We can work on it.
Warner back at the service line with her nice little jump float. Handled by Hernandez. Scramble play for the Spartans. Nice job keeping that ball alive. Sending it back to the freshman, Megson. Great defense here on both sides of the court. Touch by Rice. Great standing down ball there, even if she doesn't jump to get a swing. Uh-oh. Ball drops over there. Looks like when drop had her feet kind of stuck in cement, but nice point there for the Spartans.
Huge credit to Greeley West right now. I mean, they were down early in this match. Easy to become discouraged when you lost the first set. And they fought back.
They did a nice job, really decrease those errors, playing scrappy defense, which when you're a massive hitter like most of the Sabercats are and someone digs your ball, takes a little out of you every single time. So that's exactly what those Spartans have to do. And they're doing a nice job of it now. There it is again. Scrappy play, keeping the ball alive. Hernandez with that cut shot again, and it will drop.
And that is just simply put, that is a smart play. And not just smart play, but great vision, being able to see the open space in the floor.
Precisely. And that was a nice shot from Hernandez. Previously, she was dropping it right over the block, and she might have sensed that shift from the Sabercats and cut it more cross-court on that ball. Great up from Rice. Tip from Zune, picked up. Again, nice scrappy plays from the Spartans, standing down ball. And it'll score for Hernandez, the senior, doing a nice job for the Spartans.
And a quick FYI, again, the scoreboard changed from 13 down to 12 while in the middle of that match. And with that point, moved it back to 13. So we are like play-by-play as the action unfolds. I guess I've got my yoga pants on and flexible.
Being nice and flexible, stretching it out.
Whatever it is.
Point over to the Sabercats. Again, what we believe is 17-13. I'm actually surprised with how much that scoreboard has changed. We haven't had a lot of uproar from the crowd or the coaches, which almost concerns me. How much are people paying attention out there? Just out of bounds off the hand of Zune. Point for the Spartans. Subbing out will be number 8, Allie Walkenin. Subbing in, Angela Pearson, and back to serve is Pearson. Zune sending the ball back to Stevens. Nice shot down the line. More scramble play. I've been very impressed with Delaney McPhee, the libero for the Spartans. She is everywhere. Couldn't quite get there. Point for the Sabercats. Back to serve for the Sabercats, number 11, Tyler Lindgren. strong swing from Emerson, but just out of bounds. Point over there for the Sabercats. And with that swing at 19-14, Coach Hagemeister will take a timeout. We will be right back.
Who wants more peas?
Go away.
Oh, Daddy hates pop-up ads. Who wants
Go
more?
away.
Hashtag dinner time.
Scroll forward.
Choose selfie. No. Selfie.
Go forward.
Delete selfie.
Go away.
Then picture.
Bookmark. Go away.
No, post photo.
Scroll up. Scroll forward.
Hashtag gravy.
The First Bank mobile app. Technology has never been so easy.
Welcome back to our match tonight. Sabercats leading this set 19-14 after winning the first. We would like to again thank our sponsors, UC Health, First Bank, Pedersen Toyota, and Schrader Oil for making this all possible. We love bringing you these fine athletes here at the high school level, doing a nice job tonight and bringing you a match worth watching. Back to serve for the Sabercats is Lindgren. Handled by the Spartans and just not quite over the net. Emerson getting a little hard on herself. You can see the frustration. She definitely wants to score for her team right now, just not quite getting the sets she's desiring. Another tough float serve sent over by McPhee, and the block is there for the Sabercats. Point for Fossil Ridge. You can see Coach Shimmick over there still coaching his girls even after the point, telling them how to make that even more definitive and get better for the next one. Another roll shot from Hernandez and another point. A smart senior over there for the Spartans. And now Hernandez is back to serve. Rotating to the front row, Ryan Madera. Serve down the line. That's the first reception we've seen from the JV swinger, Kyle Meltzer, and they will score off of that pass.
Very quick pass. That's one where your timing has to be perfect.
It is, and that's what the highest level of teams want to see, because the opponent isn't ready for that swing to come back so quickly. So it's nice to see someone who is on junior varsity has to learn the tempo of two separate teams, JV and varsity, to have that tempo and connect with this team coming in. Back to serve for the Sabercats, Katie Semedini. Nice high swing and up by Semedini. Montgomery down the line, and it's a kill. Sabercats closing in on this last set, 24-15. And just out of bounds. Spartans stay alive. Back to serve, number 16, Hannah Emerson. Picking on that JV player, and another nice pass from Kyle Meltzer. High swing by number 14, Elizabeth Stodeker, and that will close out this second set. Up 2-0 are the Sabercats. Spartans looking to fight back before they have to hop on that bus back to Greeley. We will be back.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
Welcome to our clearance event with 0% APR financing on the Tundra.
We're going to use it to tow our boat.
I'm going to tow my boat and my ATVs.
We're going to tow our boat, ATVs, and horses.
We don't have horses.
Yeah, we do. In this story.
I like that story.
At our annual clearance event, get great deals on tough Toyota trucks, like 0% APR financing for 48 months on a new 2015 Tundra. For more great deals, visit Toyota.com.
Let the towing begin.
Toyota, let's go places.
I like easy. That's why I got this self-driving car. And why I signed up for the First Bank Anywhere account. It warns me if there's ever trouble. And with 24-hour customer support, I can get help right away. Sorry. No. Go on!
Easy should be easy. The new Anywhere account, only at First Bank.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
I'm Gina, and I am UC Health. I've had some difficult things to face throughout my career, and part of that was dealing with the cancer journey of both of my parents, and I was diagnosed with cancer myself. There's so much that I can bring to my patients because I do understand, and I think that that helps me to be a better cancer doctor.
Our roots run deep at the University of Colorado Health. Share your roots at imuchealth.org.
Wayne?
Welcome back to Fossil Ridge High School. Athletes out there taking the court. Down ref about to check the lineups. We're at 2-0 right now in sets. Sabercats leading the Spartans. Warner back to start this set off as well. She's typically that starting server for the Sabercats. Does a nice job back there. We definitely have seen her miss a little bit more this evening than she did on Tuesday and has in previous matches. But overall, strong service again on both sides of the net. And here we are getting ready to start the third set. A nice attempt at a trick play, or as we like to call it, a double quick from the Greeley West Spartans. But when you have Zune up there who can pretty much stand and her hands are over the net, it's hard to trick her. Warner with another strong serve, handled by the Spartans. Another block from Zune, but some more incredible defense from the Spartans. Up to Zune and a kill. You could see that walking in was in the right spot on the right side of your screen. Just so much heat coming off that ball from Zune's hand. Couldn't quite control it. Warner with another strong serve. That one might have floated out, but McPhee did her a favor, passed it up in the air, and another point for the Sabercats.
Hard to let that ball go by.
And that's the thing, you don't want to risk it.
Yep.
And that's the placement we were talking about earlier, Phil. Sabercats do a nice job of sending a couple really deep and then dropping one right in front of the passers.
Well, and as you had mentioned before, just that imbalance that you can create with your serves.
That one, a little bit more balance from McPhee and a point for the Spartans. Dennis back to serve for Greeley West. Nice pass from Rice, swing from Megson, and it's a kill. After that hard swing, Megson will rotate out, and we have Rice back to serve for the Sabercats. You will notice that the libero Lauren Rice is going in for the outside hitters for the Sabercats, which I mentioned earlier isn't typical. Usually you'll see that libero rotating in for the middle blocker. Nice swing, one of the first kills we've seen from Marcela Reyes-Martinez. Back to serve for the Spartans, Ryan Madera. Back to Zune, and another kill for the 6'5" freshman. Sub out for the Sabercats was actually another one of our swinging JV players, Charlie Durbin. Doing a nice job out there for the Sabercats. High swing from Hernandez, picked up by the Sabercats, good control. Back over the net. Out to Stevens, that high swing. Blocked by the Spartans. This is a great rally here, lots of scrappy play at both sides of the net. Keeping that ball alive, and the point will go to the Sabercats. Another big momentum swing over to the left side of your screen.
Well, with all the hits that were taking place, left side of your swing does.
We're just going to say swing on every ball, right? Can't be wrong there. We'll say ace on that one, though. Nice serve from Zune. And with that, 8-2. Coach Hagemeister would like to take a timeout and talk to our girls.
Welcome to back to Fossil Ridge. We've got Fossil Ridge up to 8-2 over Greeley West. Do want to thank our sponsors, First Bank, Pedersen Toyota, UC Health, and of course, we've got Schrader Oil. So thank you for all that you do for us and supporting your community.
Greatly appreciated, I'm sure, by these student athletes as well. Zune with a strong serve, free ball coming back from the Spartans. Pushed out to Semideni. Big block for the Spartans. Up there you have number 7, Reyes Martinez, as well as number 8, Ali Wakinen. One of the first blocks for the Spartans. I'm sure that put a little spark under their butts. They're ready to go.
And all of the Sabercats have moved up at the net on that. Nobody was in the back to be able to
cover that ball. Another nice pass over there from Meltzer. Another block from the Spartans coming out of nowhere. Back serving McPhee, trying to keep this rally going. Stevens with the pass, keeping it alive. The JV swinger Meltzer back there. More scrappy play from both sides of the net. Up by Rice. Free ball from the Sabercats. Uh-oh, almost a miscommunication. And a block right at the Spartans. Sabercats said, it's not all your blocks tonight.
Great block on the net there. And something I was thinking about is there hasn't been a lot of substitutions on Greeley West side. Just thinking about for them to go to 5-game set.
It must be exhausting.
Yeah, it would be. That's a lot to put on those girls.
And that is something interesting to notice. There are a lot of 6 rotation players for Greeley West. Both of their outsides play both front row and back row, as well as their setter. Really, the only substitution you see is on the right side, going in back row, as well as the typical liberos switched out. Back to serve for the Sabercats, Tyler Lindgren. Handled by McPhee, up to Emerson. Bryn Montgomery in this set, we haven't seen too much of her. Just a little bit wide from Staudiker. Again, seeing some players on the Sabercat side playing different positions. That's Staudiker taking a swing on the outside of the court where typically she is a middle blocker. Another nice pass from Meltzer. Taking a swing is Montgomery. Very aggressive, again, something we haven't seen a lot. Off that second ball, taking a swing. It's challenging, the trajectory, the angle. It's not an easy ball to put down, and Montgomery did it seamlessly. There's that beautiful roll shot from Hernandez. Apparently that ball was up and the Spartans were celebrating a little early, but Sabercats couldn't quite get it back over the net. Hernandez back to serve for the Spartans. Deep ball, miscommunication, and that is an ace for Hernandez.
And as great as we've seen the passing, strikes, kills, keep going back to the consistency on both teams for their service.
Without a doubt, there's a nice swing there from Megson. Point for the Sabercats. Back into serve is Charlie Durbin, again, one of those players swinging up from JV tonight. And we have Riley Zoom back in the front row. Lots of freshmen out on the floor for the Sabercats. Martinez taking a swing from the back row. Great up from Megson. Montgomery is just loving taking that second ball over the net. And just out of bounds for the Sabercats. Point Spartans. Nice call over there by Pearson, letting that ball float wide. And we will have Emerson back to serve. Potentially a lineup check on the left side of your screen, double checking who the captain is on the floor as well. Great pass from Rice. Swing from Megson, just blast that ball. Again, heads up over at the scorer's table.
And that, folks, right there is the reason why you love to watch volleyball.
There are some great athletes out on the floor right now, no doubt about it. Another consistent serve from Warner. Roll shot back to the Sabercats. And there she is again, Lindsay Stevens, doing a nice job being smart with the ball, not taking a big swing where it's not warranted. Score is 14-8 here, a little less fluctuation on the scoreboard in this set. So we are almost positive with that score. And that will be another point for the Sabercats, putting it at 15-8 here in the third set.
Well, it certainly makes our job a little bit easier keeping score, and even on our play-by-play. So we don't have to keep referencing back to it and feeling confused.
Making sure we're not wrong, right?
I know there was a point there.
Big block there from Zune, right next to Megson, helping her out. And you see a player out there like number 12 on the right side of your screen for the Spartans, Ryan Madera. She's a big athlete and she takes strong swings, but it's hard to go up against a solid block like that. Ace back there for the Sabercats, Reagan Warner. And another timeout will be called by Coach Julie Hagemeister. We will be back.
Wayne, everyone knows by now that Schrader's Country Stores have the best car washes around. They don't need to see you standing in the car wash explaining the undercarriage wash, the rocker panel spray, the protective finish application, and the jet dryer. No, Wayne, all you have to do is see the beautiful shine on my nice clean car. No muss, no fuss, and I'm certainly not all wet.
You won't get soaked at Schrader Country Store car washes, just shiny clean.
Back here on Stream It Sports, we have the Fossil Ridge Sabercats and the Greeley West Spartans. Definitely a good turnout for the Fossil Ridge student section, making some nice cheers down there, filling up this gymnasium as their Sabercats are up 2-0 in sets and 17-8 here in the third set.
Some might say it was for the candy at the beginning of the game, but I think it's for some sweet volleyball.
It must be, because that is exactly what we're seeing here tonight. Sabercats with yet another ace on the evening. Brings us to 18-8, got into those double digits spread. There's that changeup again. Warner does such a nice job of dropping that ball short right after her deep serve. That's impressive control, especially from only a junior. Just catching the tape. We're not playing tennis, so we'll keep going. Free ball from the Spartans. And another swing from Zune.
Well, and I know that the majority of our viewers are going to be fans of volleyball, but for those that this may be their first game, really just pointing out what a treat it is to live in Colorado and be able to see the competition that we have. Not just competition, but the talent that we see. Our state is filled with such an abundance of really quality, talented volleyball players. It really is a treat that we get to be able to see this in our state. Now we aren't left with the only option being going to seeing other states play or other things online, television. We can see it in our own backyard.
Without a doubt. You always hear about those California volleyball players because they get to play outside in the sand, or down in Texas. But we definitely have some big athletes here, as you can see on the floor tonight, who know how to use their bodies and really be phenomenal athletes. Another serve from Warner as we're going on bragging about these girls. Score is now 22-8. Scrappy play. Spartans keeping it alive. And just out of bounds. Megson trusting her teammates there and letting the ball drop.
Calling her off.
Warner still back at that service line. 23-8 is the score in this third set. Oh, and Warner couldn't quite close it out for her girls. Service back over to the Spartans, and Dennis at the line.
You could see Rice over there kind of joking with her.
How could you not get two more?
Come on.
Nice pickup by Charlie Durbin, as well as a good serve receive. Junior setting it up to a freshman with the kill.
Well, and having been or being a person traveling up from the Denver area, having a number of teams down there, obviously just based on population that would be the case. I'd love to see in the future here some more Fossil Ridge games heading down south or teams heading up north. I'd love to be able to see them start playing some more of those Denver area teams.
Without a doubt, I'm sure Coach Shimmick would want to see that too. Swing called just out of bounds there for the Sabercats. Again, we're at match point here at Fossil Ridge High School. Back to serve for the Spartans is number 12, Ryan Madeira. Receiving Rice up to Warner and couldn't quite stay out of the net. Another point for the Spartans. Giving you a little bit more volleyball to watch here on this beautiful Thursday night.
Take advantage of these 70-plus degree weather days here in Colorado while we can.
It's definitely been a warm fall in Colorado. And that is too bad to see, ending the match on some miscommunication, but some great volleyball here in northern Colorado. The Sabercats will take this game from the Spartans 3-0. Thank you for joining us here tonight on Stream It Sports, and we will see you next time.
Poudre School District High School Volleyball, live on Stream It Sports and PSD Channel 10, has been brought to you by Schrader Oil, your local fuel company. By UC Health, our roots run deep. By Pedersen Toyota, everything cars made easy. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in northern Colorado. Poudre School District High School Volleyball, live on Stream It Sports and PSD Channel 10, has been brought to you by Schrader Oil, your local fuel company. By UC Health, our roots run deep. By Pedersen Toyota, everything cars made easy. And by First Bank. Visit any of our convenient locations in northern Colorado.